Hi, my name is Cynda Johnston. I have been invited by Dr. Ken Winchesters to present a lecture to you on why is knowledge important to success. Why is knowledge so important? It provides us with the capability and confidence to achieve the goals we have set for ourselves. We can consider ourselves successful if we do that. If you are watching and listening to this, you are currently studying to improve your technical knowledge and capabilities to enable you to obtain a degree. However, gaining knowledge is not just about going to lectures and listening to academics and sitting exams. You can have a heap of degrees and still not achieve the success you are aiming for. In the next 10 minutes, I'm going to give you some ideas on how to develop other, more practical knowledge to go hand in hand with your technical studies. One of the greatest but so often underutilized tools we have in life is the ability to listen to people. But to get the most out of this tool, you must learn how to ask the questions that people are keen to answer and comfortable answering. There is nothing people like more than to talk about themselves. And to prove that point, I'm going to talk about me for a little bit to give you an example of how questioning and listening works. I have operated a successful recruitment business in Myanmar for nearly 25 years. When I started, I had a very limited knowledge of some of the industries that I was being asked to recruit staff for. Bank and IT were industries that were developing rapidly in the Myanmar market, so I had to quickly upscale my knowledge so I could assist my clients with their recruiting requirements. The first thing I did was a lot of Googling what each role was that our clients requested. Next step was checking on recruitment websites for the roles and for their job descriptions that they were hiring for, and then doing word searches on any jobs or areas that I didn't understand. But most importantly, I was not afraid to ask questions of the client to tell me more about their business and more about what their requirements were. Despite my basic tech skills, I was firing questions at IT people that I was interviewing to understand the language of IT. Each interview that I conducted became part of my development and knowledge building. Soon I was able to start hiring for those industries with enough confidence that I would be able to ask the right questions to the people I was interviewing. I was able to appear way smarter than I was, and I allowed them to do all the talking, covering my lack of knowledge by getting them to impart their knowledge to me. Banking and IT businesses are my clients and have been hiring staff no matter what the situation in Myanmar. This has allowed my business to thrive in some very difficult times. So whenever you come across a person that is keen to help, ask them how they got to where they are now. What was the driving force in their life to become successful? What mistakes did they make along the way? What would they change if they had the opportunity? And what would they advise their 18-year-old self? These are a few little conversation starters that will lead to a wonderful learning experience as they share their passions with you. Knowledge is your building block to success. Having a degree is a fantastic and essential part of that journey, but then you need to add to your knowledge by asking questions. To develop this kind of knowledge, set yourself a challenge to find a professional in the industry that you are interested in and interview them. The aim of the interview is for them to fill you with a wealth of their knowledge on their specific industry. You will find that most people have some expected areas that they have skills in, and often in conjunction, they have some very interesting stories to tell about their industry. Building your knowledge through listening to storytelling is far easier to do than rote learning, and it's way more fun. Okay, it doesn't get you a degree, but it makes life a lot more interesting as you gain skills. In the same way, you should be utilising the intelligence of your teachers or lecturers. So many of them have years of practical experience that will be invaluable. Much of it will not be in books, but in their heads, and given the right prompts, you can extract the information. They will enjoy the interaction as much as you. Always remember, people are very flattered to be asked to talk about the experience they have developed over their lifetime. It doesn't matter who the person is. The majority of them will love to share their knowledge or the story of their life with you. Don't be afraid to ask questions. Even if you think the question might be simple or stupid, ask it. You will probably find that 50% of your fellow students will be wanting to ask the same question. The importance of gaining knowledge. Think of gaining knowledge as being like building a house one brick at a time. Just like each brick is important in completing the house, each time you add some new knowledge, you are closer to achieving the goal you wish to achieve. As an added bonus, knowledge enables you to be a better version of you, a more professional and more capable business owner, manager, or employee. There is a flow over into your private life, and developing yourself helps in general and with everyday life and relationships. And just like a wall is formed brick upon brick, building knowledge by questioning and listening increases your vocabulary and improves your ability to communicate. The importance of active listening. To get the most out of your interactions with people, you must become an active listener. This is a great skill, but it takes time to develop. Active listeners or learners are ready with the next prompt to keep their subject talking about what interests them until they have gained what information they would like to gain from the person. This should be compared to people who are doing no more than merely hearing what is being said. They are more likely to want to speak about themselves, which of course will mean they are blocking the transfer of knowledge to themselves. Developing technical knowledge about subjects helps us to be well equipped for problem solving. However, employers like to have people on their staff who have gone the extra mile to develop a broader knowledge of the industry so that when decisions are to be made, they can be an influential guide. With the broader knowledge you have developed comes a confidence in making the decisions that will be the best decision for the business and for yourself personally. Getting the job you want. The job market is highly competitive, and demonstrating your knowledge is a main factor in advancing your career. Once again, you have a bunch of degrees, but the bottom line is that your practical knowledge and your understanding of your industry and the world in general will give you marketability and improve your chances of getting the best opportunities. Over my many years of interviewing people, I've met people with PhDs, MBAs, and a litany of impressive academic achievements. Sure, these degrees are very important because without a degree, you may not have that ability to be a critical thinker or to get the job you really want. But degrees alone do not make you an asset to a business. If someone is an academic star but can't demonstrate they are prepared to listen and learn, I'm unlikely to recommend them to an employer. Finishing your degree is just the beginning of developing your knowledge base. It does not make you an instant genius. The work doesn't stop when you get a job. The work starts when you get out in the real world. Every day in your office is an opportunity to develop your knowledge. Every discussion you have is an opportunity to add to the building bricks. See if you can find a mentor in the workplace, someone who is happy to share their stories with you. Most people will be very pleased to be asked to be someone's mentor, so don't be shy about asking. Below are a few simple methods of building your knowledge base. First, diversify your knowledge base. Today, you are so lucky to have access to the internet and find out whatever you want whenever. Podcasts are a great way of learning from professionals, and hands-on experience is a great way to make the knowledge stick. Sitting in a car or a bus or going for a run or at the gym, you can be learning as much as you want through podcasts. Second, be reflective about your development. Evaluate what you know and what you don't know. Make a plan to fill the gaps in your knowledge. Third, you must have a lifelong lust for learning. Just because we get older, it does not necessarily mean we stop learning. There is still so much we can learn continuously, and it is also pleasurable. Remember that you are surrounded by knowledge. You must be passionate about making that knowledge your knowledge and having fun in the process. Knowledge increases personal growth and provides you with greater opportunities. Having knowledge in a wide variety of subjects helps us to face greater challenges in our lives, and it also provides us with the confidence to seize opportunities and to adapt to our constantly changing world. Thank you very much for your time and all the very best with your career.